you were doing a challenge stacking cups, and you decided to just completely destroy Jason's stack. Jason was trying to.
I worked so hard on that stack.
He took one cup out of yours once your stack fell, and you just decided, you know what? And you slashed his whole stack. And he's like, "What are you doing?"
Welcome to the Tip of the Iceberg with Jason Legees
And Bo Gorby.
We're going to talk to each other,
Interview some people.
and have fun doing it. So sit back, relax,
Grab some snacks, cookies, whatever.
and enjoy the Tip of the Iceberg.
We're back.
Yes, we are.
Yeah?
Another episode. This is actually not episode 11. Because this is probably going to come out after Dan's and after our mods.
Why after a month?
Because if you're thinking about it, every episode we switch where we sit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
so this
keep
is
to the
technically
lore.
Episode 12.
We're recording this before Dan's, but we had to promise to everyone that we're going to make and Dan
We have
number
to
10.
make it number 10.
So,
That's our whole story.
But yeah, I mean, today we have a very special guest. Very special. All the ways from the capital of the state.
Yeah, all the way from Columbus.
Yeah. And I plan to really unravel the mysteries today. To really get down to who this guy is.
You want to say the name?
Salvatore Buonamici.
Yeah.
Let's go for the full name.
Sal Buonamici. Oh, this is going to be a great episode.
I want to find out who is Sal. What makes him just who he is, you know?
You got topics ready for him?
No.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
I got some ready for him, but I don't have that many,
I'll
to be
figure
honest.
it out.
I got to think of some before he gets here. He could get here like any second.
I'm thinking of, it'd be cool if he just walked in. We would have
What's up, boys?
Hey, fellas. Yeah, I have one question I'm thinking of to really like get another side of the controversy, but...
Contra.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see what that
Get to the
is.
bottom of it.
We'll see what that
Nothing
is.
else, though. Just
Yeah.
few
Oh, I gotta go
questions.
with my penguin fact. All right, so penguin fact. Penguin fact. So, got any guesses for what I'm gonna ask you?
No, I got no
It's
clue.
Pretty like out there. I feel like you're not gonna get it.
Can I guess?
So, no. We found out that YSU was founded in 1908. Correct?
Yeah.
When was it a public university? When did it become a public university?
19.
I don't think I asked this question yet, so I hope I didn't.
1915.
No.
1916.
No.
1925.
You can keep guessing. You're taking
1924.
no.
1909.
1967.
Wow.
Right? You're surprised.
Took a while. Yeah.
It did take a while for it to become a public university. Mesa was private for a long time.
Yeah. Damn.
It's such a good school that
It's,
took a while.
Yeah.
Took a while.
really,
All right.
real build up. Real build up.
It is weird that 1967 between 1967 and 1908 is just like a long time.
That is, yeah. What is that? Do the math.
Almost 60 years. 59.
Wait, what was it? 1908 to 1967? 59, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. I got
Business major math. We're doing good. We're doing good.
It wasn't that hard.
No, it wasn't. But
Really wasn't that hard.
we're yeah.
All right, so I guess we're into the episode.
To the episode.
Here comes Sal.
Yeah.
Sal, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, Bo. Thanks for having me, Jason.
Thank you for coming, Sal.
Position.
Thank you.
There we go. All right.
How do you feel to be on the podcast?
I feel pretty good.
good.
I know you guys have been trying to get me on here for a while, but this is
yeah.
the first weekend I've actually been back in town and it worked out. So, yeah, I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
We've name dropped you a few times, I'm sure.
We have. Not as much as Dan.
Not as much as Dan.
Yeah, well, I can't compare to Dan the Man. So,
Dan the man, yeah. Diamond Dan. But yeah,
Yeah.
So how's Columbus going? How's everything going?
Yeah, how's it? You go to Ohio State, right?
it's okay. Columbus is a very chaotic city, especially if you live on High Street. I get the distinct pleasure of watching some of the more interesting parts of the college experience. I watched a girl keel over and puke her brains out in the middle of the street and almost get run over by a car a couple weeks ago.
How does that happen?
Because my house is in between two of the big bars, 5s and 3s, and people will do like a bar crawl to like walk up and down, and she just like, I was about to go to sleep, and I looked out across the street, and she just like keeled over and just yacked in the middle of the street. I don't know how she didn't get hit by a car. She almost did, but luckily her friends hauled her out.
Oh, that's good.
So, and that's just one of the things I've seen.
Have you ever bar crawled?
No, I've
Been
not.
crazy? You gotta wake up at 5 a.m. every day.
Yeah, that 5 a.m. wake up really does a number on you.
Yeah.
So no bar crawls for me. So
you wake up 5 a.m. tell the guests what your
Yeah.
your two pursuits are in college.
So, I am a mechanical engineering major at Ohio State. I'm on track to graduate here in a few semesters. And I've been working on that, and that takes a lot of time. And then my other pursuit is I'm a member of Army ROTC, so once I complete college, I will and finish up my Army ROTC stuff. I will commission as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army. So, hence the reason for the 5 a.m. wake-ups, because we have PT Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and lab on Tuesdays. So
You're packed schedule, man. Packed schedule.
yeah,
But it's gonna be worth it.
yeah, I hope so.
And you're going to the Army for 8 years, maybe, or more?
Yeah, so my initial service obligations for 8 years, 4 years in active duty or 4 years at the IRR, or 2 years or 6 years in the reserves or National Guard, and then 2 years in the IRR. So that's the initial service obligation. Then you could obviously do more if you like it and want to stay in. If you get 20 years, you get a pension. So
Pension, wow.
But so that's your passion going into the military?
Yeah, I'd
being
say
part of the military,
I'd say that
having a part.
it's
That and
definitely
trains.
been a big part of my last
Trains.
my last 3 years of college. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of dedication, but they're paying for my school and they're helping me out, and I've made some good friends along the way, and I've learned a lot of things. So I'm excited. I think it'll be a good time to serve and learn some stuff and have a job.
Good.
So.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I was going to bring up the next topic. So versus high school, how do you enjoy college versus high school?
So, to be entirely honest with you, high school was fun. It had its moments. It was nice because I was sort of around in an area where my family was, and I had a lot of friends, and we were all on good terms. And obviously, the second half of high school was a bit more difficult because of my family. But versus college, I'm kind of on my own in Columbus. Up until my brother got here last year, I was kind of on my own. And it's hard because college, it's a lot more time, and my schedule's a lot more rigid, and there's kind of less enjoyment, more of a grind to it. But it's okay. If I had to, yeah, it's okay.
Which one's better?
Which one I got more enjoyment out of?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say there's good parts of both. High school was a lot more carefree because obviously you're just kind of running around doing what you do. Next step is the next step, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. In college, it's a lot more rigid. My assignments are a lot harder. It takes more time, but you can also have a lot more freedom as an adult, so you can kind of do more things, I
that
guess.
makes sense, yeah.
The freedom is what gets me. That's why I like college better.
That's why I like it better,
Yeah.
too.
That's fair. That's
Any
fair.
classes you want. Well, technically not. Do the classes.
Yeah,
you
I've
got.
taken,
Within reason,
You
yeah.
can do any time you want to. That's the good part.
That's the nice part.
For sure.
And you're in a frat right now, right?
Yes,
let's talk about that.
I'm a member of Triangle Fraternity, which is
Keg stands, backflips on the balcony.
not quite.
Explain what your fraternity is and what you do.
Yeah, sure. So my fraternity is a national fraternity. Membership is restricted to STEM majors only, and it's just like a bunch of really chill STEM guys that are just kind of getting together and doing their thing.
Yeah.
In terms of normal frat behavior, it's a lot less wild, just because a lot of our members are engineering and STEM majors, so there's a lot more focus on school. But we still we do have a good time when we have the chance.
That's
so
good.
Yeah.
I'd prefer that honestly over every night. Just
yeah, it's kind of crazy because a couple of the bigger frats at OSU, I think Pike and Apes both have annex houses across the street from where I live, and that's like a house where a bunch of the members will live, and they'll have frat activities there. But you can hear them all when they throw parties and they're outside, you hear them all night, and I'm just sitting there going how do you have time to do this and do school? Because we'll walk past them and they'll move all the couches from the house out to High Street, and they'll have a little bonfire, and they'll be playing die and hanging out or throwing a football, and I'm like, how do you guys actually do school? I just see you hanging out in the front yard of your house all damn day, especially when the weather gets above 60 degrees. Pardon my French, but
Yeah.
I saw this one clip at OSU where there was this dumpster and they got in the dumpster and it was icy outside and they rode the dumpster all down this really long street. And there was cars on both sides of the street, so at any time it could have just turned.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
yeah, I heard about that.
Were you in the dumpster?
Look.
You were in the dumpster.
No, he wasn't in the dumpster. No.
So, when I was a freshman, it was my second semester. The first like big snowstorm of the year, they'll do like what's called a snowball fight in the oval. So pretty much like the entirety of everyone who lives on campus and maybe some people that live off campus kind of converge and have a massive like free for all.
Sounds so fun.
Well,
That does sound fun.
It's a pretty good time. But my freshman year, we all kind of pre-gamed it. I think that was the first time I ever had Fireball. So I had like 10 Fireball shooters and a couple beers. So I was kind of out of it the whole time. And I put my little cloak on and I thought I was Batman running around. Well, there's like a little dip in the oval called like from the north oval to the south oval. And what happened is that it had completely iced over and they had hauled the red bins that are used to move like luggage around from the dorms outside, and people were like getting in them and riding down the hill. Well, I thought that was the coolest thing ever in my state of impaired decision making, and I saw they had hauled one of the campus dumpsters over and they took all the trash out. And in my infinite benevolence, I thought it was a great idea to get in it. So I like pushed my way to the line and I jumped in. And there's a video on Barstool OSU of it.
Wait, are you in that one video specifically?
The one of the dumpster like flying down the hill. I can show it to you guys. No,
We're
it's
putting
not.
the video at the end of.
It's not just me. I think I know what you guys are talking about. But there were like 50 of us in this dumpster, and they just pushed it down the hill, and it was probably the most dangerous thing I've ever done, or one of them, because it goes down the hill and it just immediately tips and wipes out, and we just all flatten ourselves, and like people were like going everywhere, and some girl like broke her arm, another guy had a cut across his face. I walked away with like a little scrape on my leg, but God forbid that was the only bad thing that happened.
You're Batman, so I mean.
Yeah, I was Batman, all right.
What kind of Batman things did you do? Did you have like a voice?
No, I just ran around with my cloak and tackled all my friends into the snow.
Yeah, that's such a Sal name.
So
I wish I was there for that.
That the hangover after that night was legendary. So
that sounds awesome.
yeah, it was okay.
Man, any other crazy OSU stories?
No, not really. Most of my free time spent doing schoolwork, and campus is fun. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any crazy YSU stories?
Not really, no.
No.
There's no dumpsters. There's no like hills for dumpsters. No one rides dumpsters. It's not as cool. It's not like
That was
OSU.
one time.
One time. So, Sal, you were in band in high school, correct?
I was.
All right. I'm correct. All right. So, what'd you enjoy about band? I know Jason was in band, too. I was in it for like a year, but it wasn't that fun.
I like band just because it gave me something to do. I liked playing the tuba. Call me a nerd, but I like playing the tuba. And I was decent at it too.
You got to dot the I, right?
What?
You dotted the I, right? Once?
Yeah. Our little script boardman or whatever it was. But yeah, it was fun. It gave me something to do. It gave me something to keep me occupied, and I like playing the tuba. So.
Yeah. Not in cross country. Was there like?
Yeah, you were a runner in high school.
Yeah, ran my freshman and my senior year. I played lacrosse for 3 years though.
Any stories from
You didn't
cross
play
country?
lacrosse for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do you like better, cross country or lacrosse? I got a feeling I know what the answer is.
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I like both of them. Cross country, I liked it because it was a lot more free, and lacrosse, I liked it because I.
But
was
track
like the
was
sport
not
playing.
fun.
No, I did
I
not
agree.
like
I
track.
don't really like track that much.
Track was
cross
not
country
fun.
is actually enjoyable when you're just hanging out with friends.
Yeah, because that's pretty much all it was.
Well, for some people. Freshman year, me and you just hung out.
Yeah.
Me and you hung out all the time freshman year, so we were in the back.
The two very distinct subgroups of Boardman High School cross country: the tryhards and the get busted by coach because you're walking around the school playing Pokemon Go,
Or you're walking in the park.
or you're walking
That's
in the
why we
park, or
went
you
far.
Playing
you run
Frisbee.
off to the fields and go play ultimate frisbee, and Coach Senior drives by in his car, and the next thing you know, you're not allowed to leave campus for a week.
I think Jack was just talking to us about that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, long story short, recognize your coach's car if you're gonna stop running and play ultimate frisbee in the park.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, your PRs in high school for cross country, it was 21, right? 21 or was it
21 something. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was like 56 or
What
something.
about sophomore year?
Or was it, I know 22, 56 your freshman year, but like I don't know what you ran your ever again.
I was never able to beat that.
Did you do cross country sophomore and junior year?
No, it could have been 20.
Or was it just freshman and senior?
It was just freshman and senior, and I don't think
Senior
I was ever
you did better.
I don't think
Maybe
I was
it
ever
wasn't-
able to beat that.
Maybe it wasn't 22:56 then, because mine was 21:44 freshman year, but I don't think you were 22:56.
Well, if you were 21:44, that was your best.
Yeah, but I did that I don't even remember when I did it. I didn't do it at the end of the season. It was randomly sometime during the season.
I was gonna say I don't think I ever quite cracked 21. I think it was somewhere in the low 22s.
I think you had to. Have
I don't think I ever
I
beat
thought senior
that.
you got a shout out for beating your time or something. Coach shouted you out, Sal.
Maybe it was 22:45,
maybe.
22:44. I don't know.
I remember because I dropped a lot of time off from my first meet to my last meet, but I don't think I was able to do that again when I was a senior.
We weren't too far off senior year, so I think you got around 21.
Yeah, Jason started out at
I
19.
might have. I don't really remember, to be honest with
22,
you.
And then he ended at
20.
That's not that bad. Not that bad.
Yeah. We didn't really.
Yeah, we started out together, Sal. We were blood brothers.
Yeah.
We started out at the beginning, and then D Squad. We were in
Yeah.
D Squad for the Y. What is it?
Yeah.
Coach Corby's
Coach
Fast
Corby's
Kids.
Cast Kids Club.
Fast
yeah.
Kids. Yeah, we
Fast
did.
Kids.
No, it's called Fast Kids.
Fast
Fast Kids,
Kids.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did great. We were the D Squad. I was the second year D Squad, but I was still D Squad.
We were only called D Squad because we were the slowest runners in the group. None of us wanted to actually be runners, and we just screwed off every day.
Yeah.
There was the A group, the B group, the C group, and then us.
And then us, the
And you
four.
made
Hey.
shirts.
2 of the D Squad are currently super fast now. You got me, you got Blake Baker, you got some
Yeah.
fast people from that squad.
That is very true.
And people from that were faster than us back then don't even run anymore. So
yeah,
D
that's
Squad
very
has
true.
some good results.
I still run. I'm not.
Yeah,
very
you still
fast,
run.
So
You run long distance.
Do you think
though.
you're in better shape now than you were in high school?
yeah.
So
Only
you-
because I actually started taking running seriously.
You should run a 5K then and see what you can run. I know you want to run a half marathon.
You want
Yeah,
to?
that's not a bad idea.
You gonna be in town April 21st?
No, probably not. Wait, which April 21st? When is
Half
that?
Sunday.
marathon.
This Sunday?
April 21st Sunday.
Oh, what's the marathon or half marathon?
Half marathon, Breathe to Run, Pottersville, PA. See, I was gonna do the Pittsburgh one, but it's $180. I found one for $35 close by, so I'm gonna do that one.
Maybe if I
That'd
get
be-
myself
yeah.
into. Yeah, I could probably do that right now. To be honest,
I'm just trying to finish. It's just
13 miles.
He wants to go
yeah.
faster than 8-minute pace. And you can
I want to
do
go
that.
8-minute pace exactly.
I think you can do that. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I did 7.5 today, but not 13 miles. So
5.5, right? Or
5.5.
something.
It's pretty good.
7.5 is not that bad either. So you can get there.
I'm getting there.
Getting back into the.
You only
running
have to get
shape.
a
I
13.
know.
To be fair, you are built to be a runner, though. You have the runner's build.
I kind of do, yeah.
He
So
does.
it's a shame that you don't.
He could have.
I just didn't have time to do things I would
Yeah.
rather do when I was running.
True. We also didn't take running
We
seriously.
did not do.
We were just there to have fun and have a good time, and I think it showed.
I think it's surprising how we did pretty good for the amount we run, which wasn't anything really. Senior year, we just ran a mile and walked the rest and ran back. Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But,
yeah.
So
Pretty
remember
much.
when I said that we're gonna really dig deep today and get to the bottom of who you are.
Sure.
So on the podcast a few episodes ago, we had Jared Banco on.
Yeah.
And, it got pretty heated talking about you
Oh god.
and and how you got your little legendary nickname, Sell Out Sal.
Yeah, we actually cut that segment from the podcast.
Wait, we cut it out?
I think we did. Yeah, I think it's gone from the
Oh,
podcast.
why?
We could bring it up now
Okay. Yeah.
from the source.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna say, right?
Well said.
Beautiful words.
Well said.
Yeah, I gotta say that.
Bless you.
Jared randomly sat at another table that day. I had no clue
No,
where he was
you're
going.
thinking of the wrong principal because it wasn't.
It was.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that it was the reason he was hiding. I thought he was just sitting over there to sit over there.
Jared
You
said
wanna
to
say the
me.
story?
He said what he said is that he was like, Sal, don't say anything.
No, Jared never told
I'm
me that.
not trying.
Jared
to get
never told me
forward.
that.
He's like,
His side
I
of the
just got to
story
get the
was
band and then we're good for the weekend. That's what he was saying. He's like, then I'm good for the weekend.
Jared never said that. Jared never said that to me.
He
just-
said he explained it in detail. To
Jared did not
everybody
explain
around.
yeah,
anything
he
to
said
me,
that's
and he
why he
sat
sat
over-
next to me in Jason's seat instead. so that he wouldn't find him in your like the seat next to you because he normally sat next to you.
That's just not true. Jared did normally sit next to me, but he just randomly sat next to Bo one day, and I was like, oh, he's just sitting over there. Like, I don't really know what to say to that. And then he comes over looking for him. I'm like, oh, he's over there. I didn't know that they were after him. He never said that.
So the viewers might be a little confused. Do you want to explain the whole story in full detail?
Yeah,
please?
okay. So this was the height of COVID, right? We're doing contract tracing and everything. And I think Jared was about to get busted for contract tracing. Like, he'd been sitting next to someone who had tested positive for COVID, right? So they're, like, trying to track him down across the school. But he's like, I don't really want to. I want to go to band. Like, I want to finish out the day. But I think
because it was the weekend, and, like, with the weekend, the days or whatever, like that, you have to wait to come back. It would have been he comes back Monday anyways.
Right.
So, like, it's a Friday.
Okay, then yeah. But he was in CCP, so he leaves after, like, a certain set time every day anyway. So it wasn't, like, a big deal. Well, he gets contract traced, right? And he comes into the cafeteria, and me and him sat at our little, like, subdivided table with, like, visors and everything. And Jared doesn't say anything to me. He just goes over to another table. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, I wonder why he's doing that. He's just sitting over there. But I was like, you know what? Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I'll do whatever. You know, just hang out. Well, vice principal comes in looking for him. And then he's going like, hey, do you know where Jared Benko is? And I'm like, yeah, he's over there. And I point to him. And then the principal goes over and hauls him out. And it's like, you got contract tasted. And
Luca was like,
leave.
no,
Not another one.
one by one
That
they
was
fall.
so funny. Luca knows from his own brother that it happened.
The betrayal.
And then they made fun of me for it after. And I'm like, I didn't know he was getting contract traced. I just was
Everyone
like,
calls him Sellout Sal now. Guys, listen, I wasn't there, so I don't know the story. But you were there. What happened?
That's what he said. I mean, at least that's what he told me. He told me that he told you too. So
We'll have to get
Jared
like a
definitely
Sal.
didn't tell me, or I would have not sold him out like that.
We need a Sal and Jared team up episode.
oh, we definitely need that. That would be
Full hour of
be
arguing
interesting.
about Sal. Sal.
That would be.
Okay, whatever.
But yeah, I got another topic for you, Sal. You can switch off of the digging deep, all right? So I have. So the YouTube channel that's kind of like mixed with this one is Bo's.
Oh yeah, right.
Bo Gorby, where he has this
Mixed.
thing called Survivor in the Suburbs. It's like it's like
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you're right.
And and you were on that. You were on that
Season
show.
2.
I was on season 2 of
Yeah,
Survivor in
season
the
2.
Suburbs.
We want to talk about the eating challenge.
I'll put it up. I have the footage. I'll put it up on the podcast right there.
And how good you did.
Yeah.
How baffled everyone
you
else
surprised everybody, Sal.
You want to talk about your performance that day?
Nobody thought you'd do that well.
I guess I'm just good at eating really fast. And then with the carbonated beverages, I had a lot of practice that spring at my fraternity. So
Certified muncher. That's what the episode was called.
certified muncher.
That's what you said they called you. Certified muncher.
But it wasn't anything that was just hard to eat. It was just a bunch of random stuff. And I was like, I got a big mouth. I can fit it all in my mouth.
You drank 2 Cokes in like,
We're gonna put
I want to
time
say like,
right
yeah,
here.
I'll time it, but it was like probably like 20 seconds, I'd say, Sal.
Well, the Cokes went down easier than the beer did because the beer is just, the beer tastes bad. And it's not like good beer. It's Natty Light. So it's like really cheap stuff. So I was like,
Ohio
this
State.
isn't any different than that. Just
Yeah. And then the
There you go.
banana. That was crazy.
the banana. Oh, yeah. You just got
Wait, so you drank Natty Light at Ohio State for like chugging?
Yeah, that's what Triangles, the house's
So
beer
Coke's a lot
choice is.
different.
What?
Coke's a lot different.
Coke
when it
is
goes-
a lot easier than Natty
See,
Light
Beam was
does.
trying the Coke and it didn't go down that fast.
Yeah.
He's trying. And then the bananas were insane.
banana was
You just engulfed the banana, Sal. You engulfed
That was
it.
wild.
They're soft and you can kind of bend them around. So it's not like
This was a strategy, yeah.
You
pro
just
strategy, yeah.
slurped it right up. And I also want to talk about another scene. I don't know if we're gonna put this one up, but you were doing a challenge stacking cups, and you decided to just completely destroy Jason's stack. Jason was trying to.
I worked so
build
hard
his
on that stack.
He took one cup out of yours once your stack fell, and you just decided, you know what? And you slashed his whole stack. And he's like, "What are you doing?"
You were just fed up with the whole day at that point. You were done.
Well, I also
You
had to go
wanted to
to
get voted out.
I also had to go to dinner with my family like really soon after that, so I was like, you know what, if I have to leave, I'm
You
gonna
ended
have
up
some fun
staying,
on my
though.
leave. I did because I didn't have to. The reservation ended up being the wrong time, so I could have stayed in the long run. But
You were trying to be dishonorably discharged.
No, I just wanted to have a little fun at the expense of the other contestants.
Yeah.
But like that.
And
Contestant.
honestly, Jason won the challenge, so it didn't really work
By a
out for
split
him.
second.
He
By a
did, so
split
it really
second.
didn't mean anything other than to
Yeah.
give them the reason to boot me off.
You can't keep me down.
They would have
Sal.
actually
can't
kept
keep
you if
me
you didn't
down.
tell them to vote you out either. They weren't voting you out because you hit Jason's stack. They were voting you out because you wanted to go out.
Yeah.
So you could have
I was
easily.
like, I'm done. I'm going out. I made it pretty
So
far,
you
though.
didn't have to destroy my staff.
Yeah, you didn't have to start at all.
You didn't have to do that.
No, I did have to destroy this track. It's important lore.
Pure comedy.
It is. It's
I also got the I got the. We were building it on a little wooden beam. I got the warped end of the beam, and there was no way I was gonna be able to build a structure on a beam. So I was like, you know what? I'll just crack over someone else's, and it just happened to be Jason. So I was like, oh, this will be too easy. And I just went boom.
You're a bull.
I just went boom.
You probably stole
The
kids'
whole
lunch
thing
money
over.
when you were growing up. You probably robbed kids growing up, Sal.
Only robbed you, Jason. Only robbed you.
That's true. He did.
Would you do it again, Sal?
Probably. If it made
I
for
remember
good
you saying you would
television.
do
If
it
it made
again.
for good television.
And people said it'd be funny to have Sal again, but the thing is, you wanted to be out though.
Did I not get asked for season 3 of Survivor?
No, nothing's concrete yet.
You're on the list for
Am
me.
I?
There is actually.
I'm not because I was already on two seasons. I'm a cameraman. Moving up.
But there is a list, but it depends when you're free too.
That's also fair too.
We'll see though.
As long as it's a weekend, I should be good.
Sometime
It's always
in
a
May,
weekend,
right?
so yeah, it's always a weekend. Depends if he's in his 5-week, whatever. Forget what you said.
Yeah, or if I'm in Europe.
Yeah, that'd be the only reason you can't come. But yeah, so did you enjoy your experience on Survivor?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It was fun to hang out with all you guys, especially because I was gone most of last summer and didn't get a chance to spend a lot of time with you. So it was
Yeah.
fun just to hang out. Yeah, no more camp. I'm done with camp.
Yeah. You met your
Well,
girlfriend.
you
at
said
camp.
you're done with camp. Well, we know you're not done with camp.
Yes, I am. I'm
You're-
done with
no,
Falcon Camp.
No,
I
you're gonna
am.
find a way to be like the owner or something.
Yeah, you would.
You're gonna find a way to go back there, so you always do.
No, I'm
Golden
done
Grill.
for good.
The Golden Griddle.
That's
what
a
it's
Boy
called.
Scout thing. That's completely different.
Oh, that's not camp.
No, that's
Oh, man.
Golden Griddle's a Boy Scout thing.
Oh yeah, you're a Boy Scout. You want to talk about being a Boy Scout? You're a Falcon. Wait, you're an
Eagle Scout.
Eagle
Yeah,
Scout.
Boy Scouts was fun. Learned a lot. Had some good times with the boys in the woods.
What's
Learned
the-
some stuff.
What's the Eagle mean? Like what grade is Eagle?
It's like it's the highest rank you can get in Boy Scouts of
Yeah,
America.
it's pretty tough.
It's hard to get, but if you work hard, you can get it. Pretty.
How
It's
long?
not too bad.
How long were you there?
I think I was in the Boy Scouts for 6-7 years. That sounds about right. Took me
That's a
around
long
that
time.
time to get my Eagle Scout. I got it maybe 3 months before I turned 18. So
Any crazy stories? Any bears you fought? Mountain lions you ran away from?
no, I remember one time we were, I think we were at summer camp, and it was real late at night. And this was maybe, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. It was like my second summer. We were coming back late one night from like an evening campfire or something, and the sun had gone down, and some of the guys in our troop had stayed in the like camp and didn't go. So we came back, and the way it was, there was like a little like latrine that was off in the woods near our campsite. So we stopped there on the way back in, and we heard a couple of the guys from that had stayed in the campsite were like coming into the latrine. So we decided to jump scare him, and when the one guy like walked into the latrine, was about to shut the door, there was like a little curve inside, and one of my buddies was in there and jumped out on him, and long story short, he ended up with a black and blue nose, or with a black and blue eyeball, because he jump started and thought he was about to get attacked, so the guy punched him in the face. Needless to say, that didn't go over very well with the Scoutmasters, but
The Scoutmaster.
the Scoutmasters were not pleased. They were not very happy about that.
Hey.
Did you get booted?
No, it was
Dishonorably
they were just
discharged?
no, they were just like, really, guys, like really, this is what we're doing. Like, no, sorry.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. It was a good time.
That's cool. Learn how to like tie knots.
Nah, I'm really bad at knot tying. I'm really bad at it. I was never good at it. Just memorized it so I could get things signed off, and I was done with it.
What did you learn? Like what skills? What valuable skills?
You learn leadership, learn some moral values and character. At least you're supposed to anyway. But at the end of the day, it just kind of gave you a chance to.
No, it
It
shows.
just-
It shows.
It just kind of gives you a chance to socialize and hang out with other guys your age. And it'll give you a chance to like grow those social skills and soft skills that you need to become a leader and really just make healthy connections with the people in the world and how to treat people and how to be polite and how to be respectful. So that's kind of what you learn.
It's cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good time overall.
Wait,
I don't know why you're looking at me. But yeah, that's cool. But no, I do have a topic.
Okay,
Alright,
okay,
so
perfect.
Sal, you're a big video game fan, right?
Yeah, I like playing video games.
All right. So what's some favorite video games that you got? You like Mario? You like Star Fox? You like Nintendo? Your favorite company, or what's your favorite company?
Yeah, Nintendo's probably my favorite, only for the nostalgia value. I'm big with all the old Nintendo games. I really like playing those.
Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. All the Smash Bros. Games.
The classic, the tournaments.
No,
The tournaments.
You never really played that well,
amazing.
Sal. Except
Yeah,
for the
I
one
was
time
really
when you
bad at it.
three-stalked Joey with your Captain Falcon.
Yeah, that was my little Cinderella.
You'll never
run.
forget that. You'll
So
never...
Sal was one of our lower placed people in the tournament. You know,
Every
no
single
offense.
time.
No, you were just in the lower
Yeah.
half.
And our friend Joey was one of the highest play. We like back freshman year of high school, like 7 years ago, we had tournaments like all the time, just
Yeah.
have fun. And Joey was one of the highest placed people in our tournaments, like every month. And then out of nowhere, Sal playing Captain Falcon, reverse Falcon punched him 3 times, 3-stalking Joey. And everyone was going crazy. It was the craziest thing we've ever seen, man. It blew our minds. And then he beat you next game, but you had that one.
Yeah, and then he
game.
3-stalked you the next
Yeah,
game.
he 3-stalked.
Yeah, he got mad and 3
All
stalked.
the balance in the world were just it reset. So
But you had that game.
Yep.
that was pretty funny.
You had that one game, yeah.
Sal had the upset of the century. Watch this. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that was probably the peak of my Smash Bros. Career.
but you like other games like Star Fox, like you said, and
Yeah, Star Fox 64 isn't bad. That was fun.
I remember playing that at your house a couple times.
Yeah, it was a good. That's a good game.
You playing games nowadays?
Wish I had the time. Not really. I play Retro Bowl if Retro Bowl counts.
Oh, Retro Bowl's great.
I play Retro Bowl on my phone.
On like my
when I'm-
50th year.
Yeah, when I'm supposed to be in class, I'm playing Retro Bowl. I play Fortnite with my housemates sometimes. That's fun.
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare for a while. I played Star Wars Battlefront. So just some sporadic things here and there. Nothing super consistent though. I just don't have the time.
Yeah. Summer though.
Yeah, I'm hoping in the summer I can get back into it a little more.
Yeah.
So
Play some Fortnite, Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. That's a
You
good
gotta play
one.
some Lethal Company, Sal. Lethal Company's a fun
it's so
game.
fun. You would, yeah. Sal would be pretty funny in that game. That'd be good.
Lethal Company. I've never heard of it before.
Really?
Mm-mm.
It's like
so fun.
it's like a low. It was made by a Roblox developer, but then it took Storm. It's like the most popular game, right? It was at some point.
Is it like a horror game? Is it like a
Yes.
Kind of. There's like a team. You're with a team of people, like your friends, and then you try to accomplish tasks, find items in like a warehouse and then your facility, bring it back to the ship, and then sell it. And then you have to hit your quota. If you don't hit your quota, you all die.
Yeah, and
Oh,
that
okay.
like it's like
And
a
you
dark.
could die because there's monsters in the facility.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It's really cool.
it is pretty.
Yeah,
Cool.
it sounds like a fun time. Is it on
It's only
Steam?
$10. Yeah,
Steam,
$10
yeah.
on
Steam,
Steam.
Xbox, computer,
I think it's just Steam.
Computer. PC.
just Steam. Okay, I'll look at
You
it.
should get it. It's a lot of
You
fun.
should
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
play tonight.
We can.
I have my computer.
You do? All right, we
Maybe
got it. We
Maybe
got it.
we'll try it then. But another thing I was going to talk about, we're getting shift from the games. So we went to New York, the New York trip. New Year's
Yeah.
Eve. For New Year's, me, you, Jared, Dan, and Jason all went together for New Year's Eve. We all went to New York, experienced Times Square. How'd you enjoy it? How'd you enjoy Times Square? So, you've been there before with the band, but
Yeah, that was probably one of the funner trips I've ever been on, especially because I got to hang out with my friends the whole time. It was just a good overall trip. I mean,
Yeah.
when Dan and I kind of, because you guys wanted to sleep in every day.
And we
But
decided
we
last day.
No, we weren't even like, this isn't even sleeping. This is like 2:00 in the afternoon. They're still not even out of bed yet. And we're like,
I went
and
with
we're
you.
like, Dan and I were just kind of like awake, and we were like, all right, like we're in New York. Like we would get up at like 9 or 10, which is late, but it isn't like horrible. We'd be like,
that's early.
we'd be like early. Dan and I would be like, all right, guys, like let's get up, let's go do things, and they're just like, but you forget the night before they're up until like 4:00 in the morning, like jumping on the beds and watching TV,
Doing, like,
doing all this like really
we were night
goofy
people,
stuff.
Sal. We were night people. all right?
Yeah, doing
And
all this really
it's
goofy
the city
stuff.
that doesn't sleep. So I mean you guys woke up at 9 a.m. to wait in line for 2 hours to get a bagel.
Okay, that was Dan's idea, and Dan was like, "Will you come with me to get a bagel?" And I was like, "Sure, Dan." So we found a bagel place.
I didn't
we
remember
waited
that.
too
You guys
long.
waited in line for 2 hours. To
It
get a
wasn't. I don't
bagel
think it
in
was
New York?
that long. I think it was like an hour and a half. But Dan really wanted to do it, and you know what? I was like, Dan, like, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna go wander around New York City by myself. Like, I'll just come with you and do it. And we actually had a pretty good time.
You went on the subway for a while, and you went on a lot of
Yeah, so Dan and I discovered how to use the subway, and then after that, it was over.
discovered how to use the subway.
Yeah, because we were both pretty clueless, and we didn't really know how to use a Metro card. And some nice older gentleman who was down there was like, "Do you guys know what we're doing?" And we're like, "No." And he was just like, "Here." He actually bought us our Metro cards, and he put like $2 or $3 on there, and was like, "You know, here's how you reload it. Here's how you use it." And then Dan and I kind of just went over, because apparently we found out Google Maps has like New York specialty where if you put like a destination in, it'll like tell you how to get there using the subway. So we knew when to get off, when to change lines, and we just kind of went all over the place. Yeah, it was a good time. We went to Ground Zero of the World Trade Center. We went to I forget what the building's called, but it's like the famous like triangle building. We went and saw that. We went.
Oh, you saw the one from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daily
Bugle, right? Is that what it's called?
Daily
The Daily Bugle, but I forget what the building's name was called itself. We went there. We went to some Italian market. Yeah, we went to a bunch of different places around New York City, and it was really cool because I think it was like $5 a piece for us to ride around the whole day.
Do you remember what was it? We went one night. Well, yeah, one night we went ice skating with like my family, and so we were getting in line. It was really late. We thought we were gonna be like too late till we couldn't get into ice skating, and then we all got in line. And they said, "All right, you there on the way back. You are the last person getting in. You're the last person in line." And Sal was like, "Yeah!"
Yeah, I think I was just happy because I guess you're gonna get to ice skating around in the historic.
And it was only like
ice
for
skating.
like a couple minutes. Like
it was only. I think we only had like 15 minutes by the time we got in.
It was supposed to get a while, but we only got 15 minutes.
Yeah, before it closed.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun. It was pretty fun.
It wasn't bad, but it was a good time though, because it was, you know, there were some good pictures, but it was fun
You're
just
so
to kind of put her around for a while.
You're like, "Yeah, I'm the last one, everybody!" Yeah,
He's screaming around.
shouting it out.
I think I was just happy because we got to go. But
Loading the people behind you.
That was
Suck it.
No, there was no one behind me at that point, but then people did show up behind me, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to be that guy. Besides, how does he also know? How does he also know if I was the last one? It was like if other people could get in after me, I was like, they should probably.
I think
try.
they did actually. They just
No, I think they got let in too.
Yeah. That was really funny. You were like the last one in line.
Yeah, I was the last one in line at one point.
And I remember after that, we took a bunch of pictures on like just a random rock.
You did not want to take.
Yeah, you didn't want to take pictures.
Yeah, we
were
were
like, guys, we gotta go. We gotta hit the subway. We're gonna be late.
Well, yeah, because it was like at that point it was like pushing 11 o'clock, and I was like, it's 11 o'clock in New York City. We don't know where we're going.
Bedtime, 11 o'clock.
No, we didn't know where
8 o'clock.
Got up 5 in the morning.
You're actually past your bedtime by 9 minutes.
We didn't know where we were going. I didn't want to be on the subway at night because God forbid something happens. I was like, guys, let's go because I really don't want to be out here later than we have to be because we don't know what. Like
we got some great pictures. So.
We did.
We did get.
We lifted up Bo.
We did get some good pictures, but I do remember getting lost on the way home a couple times.
I was so tired.
I think we missed because I think we missed our changeover on the subway, and I think we.
Yeah, I remember
we were really trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Jason Jordan didn't use it before.
We were just sitting
like,
there.
Confused.
Yeah. We were just sitting there all like depressed in the subway seats. We were
tired.
What to do. I was so tired.
Yeah, we were pretty tired.
Skating. It was fun.
The pizza, New York pizza is really good. I like New York pizza.
I'm not a fan, man.
Really? Are you a fan of New York
I don't
pizza,
like
Sal?
thin
I'm a big
pizza.
fan of New York pizza.
I don't think we had any. I don't think I had any when I was there.
Really?
I just remember Jason.
Joe's
buying...
Pizza? Didn't you have Joe's Pizza?
Oh yeah, I did have Joe's Pizza. That was pretty good.
I didn't have Joe's Pizza.
That was pretty good. It was
way too
expensive
thin,
though.
man. Way too thin, expensive.
I like 99 cents.
It was also
New
a
York
long
pizza
wait
some
for
reason.
Joe's
It tastes really
Pizza.
good.
It's all thin. Why is New York? I like Chicago deep dish, man. That's where you gotta go. Chicago. You might die if you go there, but same as New York. I don't know.
Oh, you're talking Joe's Pizza, the one that Spider-Man was in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had it. It was good pizza.
I don't know
it was
if you
just
guys went to
long
the
wait.
exact one because they have a couple in New York, but I know Dan wanted.
No, Dan went to I asked Dan if he wanted to go to the one that was near us, and he was like, "No, I want to go to the actual one." So we did go to the actual one, but that one, the line for that one was like half an hour, so we waited. But it was worth it. We got pizza from him. So
From Spider-Man,
yeah, that was pretty fun.
New York was awesome.
It was a good trip.
Gotta go back one day. We haven't done many trips. We are going to Vegas soon, Sal. If you're able to go to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Wait, what's the date on that again?
Honestly, I don't know off the top of my head. But
I think it was July 13th.
July
To the 19th?
13th to the 19th.
I'm gonna be in the field.
In the field at war.
No, I'm gonna be at cadet summer training, so I won't be able to come. I wish I could, but I'm gone that whole month.
Dang.
So.
Man.
Oh, by the way, we're running a triathlon, Sal.
Are you?
Jason and Jared, we're running a team triathlon.
I'm the biker.
He's the biker. I'm the runner.
He's a swim.
If you didn't know.
runner.
I would have never guessed that.
And Jared's the swimmer.
Jared's the swimmer.
That's cool. When are
I'm
you
the
doing
blind.
it?
June 9th.
It's the one at the YMCA.
Oh, the
Bourbon.
yeah. Okay, I was gonna do that, but I was just gonna do the whole thing with my dad.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're doing the team one. It's on
Get
June
Luca.
9th.
You're down to Luca. And
Luca
they'd
in
beat
a
us.
triathlon.
He'd
That's
be the
not
swimmer.
happening.
They probably beat us.
Luca's also on. Luca's
Well,
also
no.
on
They
orders.
might actually beat us.
No.
Yes, they might.
We got you as the runner, first of all.
His dad is a biker. Would probably do really
Oh,
well.
okay.
My dad would be the runner.
Oh, good.
He's training for the Boston Marathon right now.
Gotcha.
Really?
Yeah, but Luca's not even gonna be here. Luca's on orders with the Marine Corps at the time. He's at like the OCS program, so he's not
Oh.
gonna be here.
We gotta get Luca on the podcast.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stories, I bet.
He's got a lot.
Some we
of
might have to cut
stories.
out, but some we don't cut out. Yeah.
Luca on the podcast would be an interesting experience.
I want Sal
for
and
sure.
Luke on the podcast, just talking.
Just the duo.
Yeah.
Another duo episode that we want.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty funny.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
You got another topic to pull out, Jason? I got one if you don't.
Let's see. I just wrote down. I have two topics we didn't talk about: future and Kona Ice.
Oh, the Kona Ice Truck! Oh, you want to tell the story of the Kona Ice Truck, Sal?
Yeah. So
This is our freshman year, like,
I forget
this
most
is it.
of it.
This is
Wow.
our freshman year.
yeah. So when
thing.
we were freshmen in high school, right? We were
running cross country.
running cross country.
That's when we became friends. All three of us.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Me and Sal were already friends.
We were not
Oh, yeah,
friends.
we're already friends.
We were in a group in Mrs. Kibby's class, but man, we were
No.
not friends.
Oh gosh, I
Yeah.
remember this kid.
Yeah. You were in
Yeah.
that.
That was in there, yeah.
You were with like Xander or Georgie.
No, Georgie was in there.
No, Jordy wasn't in our class for this kid.
I'm sure he was.
No, he was with Jared. Because
Were they-
Jared
were they
partnered up
friends?
with Jordy.
Yeah.
In that class.
Really?
Yeah, I partnered up with Joey a lot in that class. Joey and sometimes you, and sometimes Culp, Justin Culp.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
it was me and Sal.
Sal and I were becoming friends in freshman year. That's when we
Yeah.
became friends.
Do you want to tell the story of the earthquake project? How your tower destroyed Bo's tower.
Oh no, mine destroyed his tower.
Destroyed his tower. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
makes it
that.
We had to make these towers out of
Like
very-
popsicle sticks and marshmallows.
very, very select materials. There was like 4 materials or something like that.
Popsicle sticks, marshmallows, string,
Toothpicks.
and toothpicks.
And there was no cardboard because cardboard was the basis.
Cardboard was the base.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I made mine and it was pretty janky, but it made it. Like
Yeah.
it worked for mine.
The thing, it was kind of like, how did they test it? She just shakes a table.
I don't know. She had like a thing that she would.
She had like a plate shaker that would
Okay.
simulate it.
I was
yeah.
about to say,
And
she
then
just
it
shook
just-
the table. That's like
boom right in the sounds like after mine like completed. Its
after it completed,
like
it
no,
fell.
I got like a 4 out of 5 levels. Like the 5th level is just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it to the 4th level, and so like I got almost 100%.
So you passed the
I was
test,
surprised. Well, it wasn't a test, but it was like a. Yeah,
You passed.
Yeah, I passed.
and then she put it down after.
No,
the
it was
test.
just she was going to level 5, and mine didn't make it past level 5. Like,
And it fell.
And it fell on the sound.
on to Sal's, destroying.
Not
it.
my fault. She had it right next to where like she was doing the thing.
Her fault.
So
Did she take
personally-
points off?
Probably.
No,
Yeah,
I,
I think
got,
she
I got full points on the assignment. She just didn't give me any extra credit because obviously I didn't have any project to get extra credit with. at that point. It had been destroyed.
That's
but-
funny.
Might have been able to survive an earthquake, but not another building.
Do you also remember
Falling
the?
down.
There's 2 other things. Do you remember the rocket shoot in this?
Yeah,
was
Roblox
fun.
won.
Game? I was even good for that. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Roblox.
Me,
Roblox.
you, and who else was in there?
I think it was me, you, and Joey. Yeah,
I
Roblox
worked
won.
with him half the time, and you worked with him half the time.
Yeah.
So, like,
Well, Roblox One was it was destroyed. There was an accident on takeoff in the
that was
water.
on you. Me and Joey were like, "Oh God!" And
Well,
I
'cause
think
she-
Sal was in charge of like putting it on the thing and stuff.
Well, because she gave us specific instructions on how to launch it, and we had to put hot water in there, and I put hot water in there, but I think I put too much, or I put too little. And when it came to put Roblox One on the little launcher, there was a mishap, and she overpressurized the tube, which normally would have been fine if it was just like there was enough
that was
water, but there
terrible. The
wasn't.
passengers.
So the bottle just expanded and blew up on the launch pad, and the egg
pilots.
that little pocket that we put the egg in just went flying and smashed on the ground.
The
and
pilots.
like
The
the pilot was
Oh, there was the egg drop too. The regular egg drop.
the regular egg.
That was
was
fun.
I was
That
with
was
Justin
fun.
Culp and someone else for that, and we actually moved on to the final round. Like where you drop it off. We were the only team to move on to the
You
final
barely
round.
did because of the wind gust.
Yeah, but every other team's egg broke. We were the only team that it worked, and so he had to throw it like Justin Culp had to throw it off the.
You guys got a second
the
chance.
top
though,
of
yeah.
Spartan thing, and he threw it, and it just came right back onto the gate. And he's like, "I think it's good." And then he had to like literally just like throw it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
It was so sad.
8th grade was just like a fever dream. I was my first year in the Boardman School District, and so much happened that year. Looking back,
Yeah.
I'm just like, what were we
8th grade
doing?
cross country. That's when you first started.
Yeah, 8th grade cross country.
And then also track, but you didn't like track.
8th grade track wasn't bad.
Better than high school track.
It was
by
definitely
far.
better because the coaches didn't care what events you did.
That's like when you have to like pick up popsicle sticks when you're doing laps for miles, like for the race.
Yeah, I remember
where they
that.
give you popsicle sticks to show how many laps you did.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
that? I thought that was so weird and dumb.
Yeah, that was.
Because like, why can't they just count? But I guess maybe too many kids. I don't know.
They would lie. About how much they went around.
Yeah, but like you could have a counter. That's what they do. They have,
For
like,
each kid.
just like in general.
Well, like kids are gonna be faster. They'll be lapping other kids. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Okay.
They're
Well, I
little
remember-
kids. They're
I
little
I remember they
kids,
screwed it
so,
up
I
a
mean-
couple times. There was a couple instances where kids would run an extra lap because the counter wasn't actually paying attention to how many laps the first person was on. So
What events did you try out in 8th grade track? I tried
I
a
don't
lot.
really remember what I did. I think I did the mile, maybe did the half mile.
All running, no like high
800.
jump.
I think we both did the 800 one time.
Maybe I don't really
There
think.
was some weird events that we did though.
Yeah, because and then I did. I think I threw. Yeah, I threw. I threw the shot put.
Oh wow, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I threw the shot put.
You try any long jump, high jump?
No, I could never do that. I was not good enough.
I tried long
I think
jump.
I did long jump.
It was the
I didn't
worst
do
thing.
well. Yeah, it wasn't fun.
I ran and I just jumped and I like face planted right in the sand. It sucked. And then they said get out of here and I left. I forget, but it probably.
I just wanted to try pole vault in high school.
That sounds. It seemed so fun, honestly.
But it looked dangerous.
I was afraid of heights, so I definitely would have done it.
Yeah. So that would probably not have gone well.
Yeah.
But thinking back on cross country style, there's one more thing I wanted to highlight on that. Remember our last race that we ran?
Which year?
Freshman year.
Yeah,
And I was coming off an injury, and so
That
the
was-
story is we started the race. I was
The
coming off an
betrayal.
injury. I was really hurting that whole race, and I remember I was talking to Sal because we were both from like the way back, and I was like, Sal, I'm hurting. I don't think I'm gonna make it. And you're like, I don't know, Gorb. Just try to make it. Like you'll be fine. And then so we just keep going, and he's ahead of me by a little bit, ahead of me, and then we're at like the 3 mile mark, and he's like barely ahead of me, and then like 200 meters to go, I just zoom past him, and I'm just like, I finished, and I was like, everything I had in my entire life, I just used in that moment to beat Sal.
That
He
was the
so disappointed.
That was the best chance I ever had to beat Bo because there's absolutely
You never
no
beat
chance
me
I
in a
ever
race.
beat him in a race now if he's at full capacity.
Did you say you stayed back because he was injured? Or no?
No, he ran the race, but he was happy because I was actually not going to beat him.
Yeah, I was really as shitty as it makes me sound. I was happy because I was finally gonna be able to beat Bo, and Bo had been hanging over the fact that I'd been able to beat him all season, and I was ready to do it, and then it was taken away from me by Bo's determination, which you turned it well because now he's a D1 athlete at Youngstown State. But in the moment,
that was a defining point for me. That
But
race, Sal.
But in the moment, I was so
That
mad. I
race.
was like, I just gave him my only chance to beat Bo. I was so sad, and there's absolutely no chance I ever beat Bo again. So
You never know.
40 years down the line,
yeah,
Never
well,
know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, you never
not
know.
there's no chance I beat him in the foreseeable future. So
I guess you could say that.
It's true.
You never know, though.
yeah,
You
very
could get some like.
true, very
Yeah,
true.
you can get like some crazy like I don't know. You can get something crazy like fast genes in the next couple of years.
probably not happening.
You could get some disease. You could.
I
race
like
you.
to be honest with you, I like eating too much to ever do that. So
Yeah,
I like my
eating
food,
a lot
man.
too.
man, I was slamming a bag of Doritos earlier. Those Doritos were amazing. Oh my god,
What flavor?
just nacho cheese.
I think we're gonna title that this episode Doritos. Will be like one of the titles. Do
Just for that one.
you like nacho cheese the best, or do you like?
No, the purple ones.
Purple. I was just about
Like
to say.
the sweet chili.
Yeah.
So
good.
the
I don't
sweet
like the
chili ones are
Perfect amount of
amazing.
spice, man.
No.
Yeah.
Every day I got that and a peanut butter jelly. I spent so
I
much
don't
money.
like the chili.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Well, I would buy the sweet chili ones too, in the lunch account.
Yeah. And the-
I remember in the lunch line. I
Forgot
I
that
didn't
was a
like those
thing.
chips. They half the bag was empty. They always have half the bag.
It's always empty.
It's
I
terrible.
just remember I made friends with the lunch ladies, and they would kind of like slide me a free one here and
Are
there.
you serious?
Yeah.
You just had to talk to them. They would give you free ones.
Well,
You just had to talk.
That's all. I
had to acknowledge that they were people.
I was polite to them. And
Look at 'em.
one
I
of them-
gotta assume that most people probably weren't nice to him, so that probably felt
yeah.
nice to them.
There was a lot of people that made fun of them.
I
There was
just
like a-
remembered I always made sure to use manners when I talked to them, and it seemed to go a pretty decent way. But that's to be said of most people, so you just have to
Yeah.
be polite and nice.
I can't believe you like sweet chili the most. I like like nacho cheese the most.
Cool Ranch is
definitely better
Then
than
Cool
nacho
Ranch.
cheese.
Cool Ranch is
and then like
also
spicy
good.
nacho.
Spicy
Really?
nacho?
Spicy chili?
Spicy. It's no, just spicy
Well,
nacho.
Corb, you're not really a spicy person, are you?
Oh, I am. Spicy ramen's over there. I love
Oh, I
spicy.
forgot about that stuff.
I love it.
Oh,
I
that
have,
stuff's amazing.
I have 2 times spicy ramen too.
2 times. Is it really 2 times?
Yeah.
Like,
They just put
feels like 2
double the
times?
spice.
I remember the first time we ordered that. We were like, "What is this?" And we tried it. We were like, "That was." I remember.
Whenever
that.
you think of it, like your mouth like salivates. It's so good.
Yeah, it was that
It's
stuff. Was
so
really
good.
I haven't had that in God knows how long.
You have another topic you want to bring up, Jason?
Yeah, let me see.
I got one more. So
I put future Sal. Like, where do you? I know after like you have the reserves, but after all of that, where do you see yourself? Like mechanical engineer, working on trains.
It's a great question. I actually don't really answer that question. Funny enough, that's kind of what I spent most of the weekend pondering.
What'd you figure out?
Just being at home, my dad's been around, so I've been talking with him for a while. But really, I don't have a good answer to that question because I don't really know. There's almost too many moving parts going on. There's too many unknown variables, I guess is the way to put it, with the way my life looks right now. Like, all I know for a fact is that I'm gonna be in school for the next 1.5 to 2 years trying to finish up my degree. I'll be doing ROTC. I have CST this summer. But after that, I don't really know. I haven't made the decision on whether I'm going to go active duty or reserves yet, although I think I'm leaning towards the reserves a bit more.
that's cool.
And after, I guess it means if I go reserves, I have to get a regular job, but I don't really know what job I'm going to get.
Business.
So, yeah, probably not in
Just
business.
business.
I just spent I will just spent 4.5 years getting an engineering degree. I'm probably going to get an engineering job, but I don't know. There's too many unknown variables. Like, I can't really tell you what I see. All I know is that I probably will do something with my engineering degree, but we'll see. You never know. So
That's true. Anything could happen. That's where we're
Yeah.
at right now. You know, we're like nothing's set in stone for us. We're
Yeah.
just gonna try to do some things.
yeah, there's just too many unknowns. You know, maybe try to see the girlfriend a little bit more. Try to make that.
Yeah, she lives in what, like, keep
Wales?
forgetting.
Yeah, my girlfriend lives in England, so obviously that plays a big role into my decision making. You know, down the line.
You see
know,
yourself
so
down
together.
down there, or
You never know, man. Maybe.
Right.
I mean,
Or her over
if
here.
things work out well, I'd probably go over there. But
Mm.
you never know. So you have to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of different
I
things
think I'm
going
like
on, so
6% Welsh.
really,
Yeah.
Really, you could blend in well down
6
there.
or 12. I'm one of the two.
that's not being Dutch though. That's being from Wales.
Yeah, I'm from Wales.
Okay,
England.
Wales
England.
is a separate kingdom.
What?
Wales is a separate kingdom within the United Kingdom. Wales is neighboring.
There's like
kingdom.
4 of those, right?
Yeah,
Four kingdoms.
there's England, Wales, Scotland, and then the Republic of Ireland. I
Oh,
think is what it
Scotland
is.
too.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Scotland's part of the United Kingdom.
Wow.
All those countries constitute the
Scottish.
United Kingdom.
Scottish, yeah. What's his name? Scrooge McDuck, yeah.
I've been
Scottish,
3
right?
times
Irish?
in the last year.
I can't do it. I can't.
I can do it.
No.
All right, so I have another topic that
Sure.
we've been talking about on a lot of podcasts recently.
Oh!
So Jason knows what this is. All right, so we figured out on Elena Spencer's podcast, which is episode 7 or 8, I can't forget. It was we were talking about pouring like favorite cereals first. What's your favorite cereal?
Ooh, I don't even.
Yeah.
Is it Raisin Bran? I really hope it's not like a boring cereal style. Please don't say a boring cereal style.
Oat flakes, bro.
Okay, so
Wheat flakes.
controversial opinion. There's like the cereal that's just like granola crunches. I really like that one. I forget what it's called, but I also have a soft spot for Life the cereal.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Life
Wasn't the
cereal
best,
was
but-
good.
You don't really like any sugary good cereals, it seems like. So.
Like if you
I'm
had
just not my
like Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
without the like
Lucky Charms.
the down
Disgusting.
without the
Lucky Charms
the-
is just cereal or Cheerios with more sugar in it.
makes it better. But like
know
without the
that.
side effects. If there's no sugar side effects, and you get to eat it.
Probably Life.
Why do you make it sound like side effect?
I'm a very
effects.
bland cereal type of guy.
Well, I mean, I got rice crisps up there with
Oh,
rice
nice.
milk and honey. That's
That's an example of boring cereal, so that's why we don't want you to say that cereal. Rice Krispies are
It's
bad.
the
really
truth,
good.
man.
Wanna try it
What else
after?
was I gonna say? Sure, let's do it.
Yeah. We'll put a picture of us trying after right here. But yeah, and so there's this
Yeah,
heated
you
debate
can start
we
this
have
next
going
part.
on.
Don't say your stance, and I won't say my stance.
Don't say your stance yet, because I want to just say that I really believe that if anyone's gonna be on my side on this one,
It could be Sal.
it's my
If
man
he's
Sal
not,
here.
though, if he's not, we're
Then I
not.
quit the podcast.
We're not giving
I'm
it-
out of here.
We're making this very like Unbiased. So don't say your stance and don't say my stance.
Okay, so when was the last time you made a bowl of cereal? You might not even remember, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very important to the question.
This is within the last week.
Definitely not.
Within last month.
No.
Year.
2 months?
Yeah, definitely in the last year.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you remember how you make cereal?
Yeah.
What do you do? Give us the full.
Yeah. Give us the slow rundown. So what do you do
Slow
first?
burn. We have an hour, man.
What do you grab first?
I put the cereal in the bowl.
And then you pour the milk?
And then I put the milk.
There you go. So we've had a couple guests, and every guest has agreed with me. You pour the cereal, then you pour the milk. Jason says that you pour the milk, and then you pour the cereal, so you can see how much cereal you want.
It's very there's not really a reason to argue about it, but if you are going to argue about it, then it's just small advantage.
No. Here's my argument, right? You put this, you figure out how much cereal you want, you put that in the bowl, and then you use the milk to fill it up afterward because you eat the cereal and then you finish off the milk.
Listen, bud, you're backwards.
There you go. There you go.
Put the milk in, and then you pour cereal until the milk is gone, and then
until the milk has overflowed and the bowl's all over the table, and you're like, now I got a mess to clean up.
What? No, that's never happened. I have spilled, but for different reasons.
Because you're a clumsy idiot? Yeah, I know
I'm
that.
clumsy, but
Come on, look.
Just kidding, Jason, I love you.
You pour the milk.
So funny.
Then you pour the cereal, and you keep going. The milk slowly goes down. You pour like a full.
What do you mean the milk goes down? How do you pour the milk in and then the milk doesn't go anywhere? The cereal just displaces it.
Like you keep eating cereal, and the milk slowly goes down, and you just have like 4 bowls of cereal.
But what does that have to do with how you put it in the bowl?
Well, so the thing is, you don't get the cereal wet at all.
What?
If you pour the milk first and then the cereal,
So crazy, Sal.
if you pour the milk first,
He's willing to
and
die
then
on
the
this
cereal, you get there's no sogginess on any of the cereal. But if you pour the milk after, it's gonna get on the cereal.
You know, he thought more people would think that he's right.
It's gonna get on
He's
the
found
cereal.
no one so far.
It's gonna get on the
Your
cereal.
logic is a bit
So when you pour the milk, first or second, when you pour the milk after the cereal is already in the bowl, it'll just get on the cereal, and then it gets soggy.
But you're putting the cereal in the bowl with the milk, so it's gonna be submerged
No, it floats
in
on
milk.
top of it. It floats.
Not all cereal floats.
All cereal, all the good cereal floats.
That's just not true.
That's true. Name one.
Rice Krispie treats or the Rice Krispie ones.
Those float.
No, those don't
Eat it
float.
all the time. They float, Sal.
Wait,
No,
those Rice Crisps.
you're talking the rice, not the Rice Crisps.
He's talking the
Rice
treats.
Krispie treat cereal.
They're like squares.
Those don't float.
I never had them, but I wouldn't know. I guess they don't float.
The granola bunches that I eat also don't float too.
You never had Rice Krispie treat cereal? It's like actual Rice Krispie.
It's like actual
squares.
Rice Krispie treat
Really?
cereal. Yeah, it's
they're
pretty
tiny.
good.
Okay, well I'm never gonna eat that. I'm just gonna eat Rice Krispie treats. I have Rice Crisps.
He's been dying on this hill for a while, Sal. He'll never admit that.
never gonna
You're
die on
supposed
this
to
hill. I'm
pour
just gonna be
cereal
on the
in
hill.
milk.
You know, while we're on the topic of weird things that Jason does, Jason, why don't you tell us how you eat pieces of pizza?
Normally. You mean like?
Normally, define
mean like
normally.
how I
Define
hold it?
normally, Jason. Define normally.
Are you
Probably-
talking about how I hold it?
I think how.
Yeah, why don't you talk about how you hold the pizza, Jason?
So only for the middle. So when you there's the middle piece. There's the
He thinks
corner
he's
piece.
Italian.
There's the side piece.
The pizza.
28.8% of time. When you
How much?
28.8. According to
That's a lot.
23andMe, they're going through a little legal trouble right now, so we don't really know.
You might not be.
Could be none. But yeah, so for like the side piece or the corner piece, you just hold it with the crust. Everyone knows that.
It's just not true though.
You don't hold it with the crust. You hold the pizza with the crust.
With a side piece and a corner piece.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. How else
Yeah.
would you hold it?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's what I
no.
do.
It's not the outs. It's the inner pieces that
The
you have
okay,
issues
onto
with.
the inner pieces. You don't hold it with like a normal piece of pizza because it just gets messy. It's messy.
Well, you're
Like
eating
this?
pizza. Pizza's not going to be it's not a clean food to eat.
Can be.
If you look
This
like
is how you
if
hold
you
it.
want to look like a
You
want to
hold it
look
like
like a
this.
weird person holding
And
it. What? Okay, but you're holding it like this. What happens if you were to suddenly fall? You know, or something would happen and you would
I don't do that.
disrupt your.
You do that a lot. You do that a lot.
pizza,
Like, think about it. Your
Not
pizza
really
would go on the
action-prone
ground,
people
and then
in
you
this
have a
room.
mess on the floor to clean up, and you can't eat the pizza.
So you're always saying like with my eating things that there's gonna be a mess. There's never a mess. Well, there's a mess, but not because of how I
You
do
make
it.
messes a lot.
You make messes a lot.
So you make
Bo's the roommate here, so Bo's the expert on this information.
Well, like not intentional messes. He makes like
Well, yeah.
accidental messes a lot. Literally before the podcast, he was like literally putting a new curtain in, and it was like the curtain was kind of broken. He's like, dude, like look at my old curtain. I could just like rip it, and so he ripped it, and then like the things that hold the curtain in just started shattering. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta set up for the podcast.
Here's what happened. For the past like few months, you know, there's the outer part of the curtain, like the cloth one, and then there's the inner plastic part. So the plastic part, it was such low quality, and it was just over time it was just ripping. So there's only like 2 strands left hanging onto the metal parts, and it was so ripped that I thought I could just come off. I could just rip it off. So I was like, hey, watch this, Bo. So I ripped it, and then the metal part came off, and the beads on the metal part just went everywhere. It was just a mess. But that has nothing to do with my pizza style. It's just you hold it like this, and you take bites, and your hands aren't greasy. And then you
I
go on
just
your
put
phone.
one finger on top usually when I eat it.
How do you
ramen style?
Spoon or
Jack
fork?
said it a different way.
Fork?
than I thought. Fork.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fork.
No, spoon. But you say fork.
You said fork.
You said fork, as in why would you use a fork?
I said fork as in I use a
Why
fork.
would
There
use
you
fork?
go. There
Because
you
you
go.
can eat ramen like you can eat.
We're tied now. It's 2 for spoon, 2 for fork.
All right, but
You
we're
could
not,
eat,
we're not tallying
but you would eat
cereal.
ramen like
I
you
am.
eat pasta.
I'm tying all of them.
What?
You would eat ramen like you eat pasta.
Because no, pasta's not
Wait,
cereal.
Jason, you don't want to tally the cereal because you know you're wrong?
I'm not wrong, but just listen. I'm not a sheep. Just because more people think. No, you're the sheep.
How am I the sheep? I'm the one who started the question.
No, because you're with the
If
majority.
anything, yeah, Jason's.
I
Jason's
started the majority.
I'm
Bo,
the
if
black
anything,
sheep
Jason's
here,
not Jason's not the sheep because he's
white
constantly
sheep.
against the majority.
Yeah.
He's
I
the
started
he's the
the
little
question.
black sheep of the
White.
family.
That's not what the sheep means.
Jason,
You're
you're
the
runt
white.
of the
You're the
I
white
can't be a
sheep.
sheep if I started it. That's not a sheep.
Jason, you're the runt of the litter. You're the runt of the litter.
I'll take that. But it's like the ugly duckling situation. Like they blossom, and then everyone's gonna one day.
Have you ever read The Ugly Duckling?
Well, he's ugly.
Doesn't it end bad?
No, everyone loves him eventually, right?
I don't remember. I never read it.
You ever read
I
that?
thought it-
No,
did
I've
that.
never read that before.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, it's soup.
Ramen, yeah, fork.
It's
to eat the
literally
noodles
Yeah,
with a
ramen
fork.
with a fork.
I understand you need like I could see using a fork and a spoon, but you need the fork to use to eat the noodles.
No, you just
the
balance
noodles are
it on
gonna
the
fall
spoon.
off the spoon.
How do you?
It's way more easy to do.
How do you eat soup?
with a fork?
Depends on what soup it is, but usually with a spoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all soups with a spoon. Because it's like
but ramen.
Ramen's not really.
The noodles are like
Ramens are
so much
noodles,
longer
yeah.
and bigger, so you need to use a fork.
it's kind of about skill. You gotta like balance the noodles perfectly on, and then you slurp the noodles while there's the broth.
Or you could just enjoy your food and just eat it with a fork and not have to worry about them falling off.
But then like I can't enjoy it because there's no flavor and it's just the noodles.
The noodles have been in the broth for like so long. Of course, there's flavor.
No, it's just like soaking the broth, but you can't get the broth and you can't like drink the broth. It's just like a little drops of it on the noodle, but then you get the broth with the noodle,
Yeah.
and then you asked, so I'm just explaining. And then it's like it's good.
Or I use a fork.
I also
There we
use
go.
a fork. I think fork's a better way to go.
I liked it when Jack was on my side.
Yeah.
We'll ask every week.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
have a
how
tally.
anything. We're also asking the cereal thing because that's staying forever.
I'm gonna get one person, man.
Well, that's probably not gonna happen. If anyone was gonna do it, I thought it'd be Sal.
11. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Really,
Come
I
on,
don't know
man,
if that's a
I
compliment
hope.
or an insult.
I think it's a comment.
It's
Or
a compliment.
Compliment.
Because you're going against the grain kind of guy.
Yeah, that is very true.
Besides the fork situation. Actually, I think most people probably use a spoon. For
Yeah.
ramen. So I'm a sheep in that case. Bigger sheep.
I'm not a sheep if I started the question. Alright, we'll end it here. Alright, we've hit it over an hour, Sal. So,
Cool.
hour and 1 minute. So, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was a good
Enjoy it,
time.
huh?
Yeah, it was
All
fun.
Hopefully we can get you back for another episode.
Heck
We'll
yeah,
find some more
man.
stuff to talk about. And maybe we'll get you on with Jared to talk about the situation.
Celebrity collab.
Celebrity collab. I like that.
I'm 100% right. Jared's wrong on this.
Jared's wrong.
Jared, you're wrong on this, buddy. I'm calling you out.
JB. Call him JB.
JB,
Send
you're
hate.
wrong. You didn't tell me that you were under contract tracing threat, or I wouldn't have sold you out.
We'll see.
Shots fired.
Yeah. Jared's coming back, so we'll ask him.
He will, yeah.
Come
Alright.
at me, Jared.
Alright, so you know how to end the podcast with us? You know, Tom? So,
Okay.
they're going over what they're saying.
Okay.
So,
You know what they say.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Thanks
For watching.
What an episode.
I know, Sal's down.
Yeah.
It's another one bites the dust.
Another one, yeah. We made it past 10.
Yeah.
Crazy. We didn't even release
It's weird
10
because
yet.
we're releasing this after Dan's, but we're filming it before Dan's. And also, we're definitely not wearing the same outfits that we were filming the podcast.
I might be.
I don't think.
I might
Really?
be. Yeah.
I don't think I am.
We'll find out.
Because the intro was filmed before we, what is it? At the same time as, it was all, there's so much stuff. It's just, it all films, kind of blends. Yeah. I kind of forget when we filmed everything, but we filmed our mods and Sal's in one day. It's still coming out after Dan's.
Yeah. Which means we didn't make it past 10. If we release Dan's episode, unless it's like so unreleasable, can't even post it.
We'll find out. We're filming that soon.
In like 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so this is being filmed before Dan's podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sal's episode was pretty good. I enjoyed talking to Sal about the good old days.
We dug deep. We got down to the nitty gritty.
He doesn't come back that much from Ohio State, so it was nice to catch up.
That's true. This summer, though, he'll be here.
Yeah, he says that. We'll find out.
He has like a job, so I hope he's here.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Quit the job for camp.
He's going to go to Falcon Camp again. We know he's going to Falcon Camp again.
He'll wind up there.
Somehow, some way. Hopefully we get Luca on the podcast. That'd be cool.
Oh, so many stories.
Plenty of stories. Yeah. 5 hours of content.
Good. The 5 hour special.
Yeah, we'll see if we even get him on the podcast, though. But it'd be cool. And hopefully, if you ever do Survivor again with Sal, he won't knock over your tower.
He probably will.
He
did it. He said
he probably do it twice.
He said, yeah. He said
as many times as possible. It was funny to watch, but I imagine it was very frustrating to have.
I won. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you didn't win.
Doesn't matter.
Controversial.
No.
You won the challenge. Yeah. All right. Well,
good episode. Yeah.
Good episode.
And you
know
what they say.
Yeah. You know what they
say. And that's just the
tip of the iceberg. Thanks for watching.